Hello, beautiful magicians. That's what I could have been calling you this whole time. Thank you for joining me for week 4. This is the video for week 4, and it's all about doing what you love and how that actually helps you manifest things into the world, how that makes you a better magician. Basically, the first thing we're going to talk about today is the gamma state of consciousness. Now, I know I've mentioned this previously in a past video, and basically the gamma brainwave is a very fast brainwave that moves across your brain at least 40 hertz per second. So when this happens, we can take in more information through our senses. We can remember it and we can recall it at a later date. So why is this important for manifestation, for magic? So basically, if we're able to hold on to an image in our mind and send that out into the world, that's how we manifest. That's the secret, right? But the real secret has to do with the emotion behind the image as well. The energy in motion, your energy, and what you're putting into it. And that's where energy healing and all this kind of spiritual work comes into alignment. It's very powerful to be able to imagine something, but you need the spiritual energy, the energy in motion, the emotion to drive it into the world. So it is our intentions and our desires. Every time I start talking, the wind starts going. Okay, thank you. It's our intentions and our desires that manifest this world. We use those things to co-create this world and get what we want and achieve our dreams and play in this reality. And the most important thing about this whole manifestation process, a key thing to remember, is that it's perfectly fine to have desires, to set intentions. Have your desire, set your intention, and then forget about it. If you attach to an outcome, that's where you're cutting yourself off from your own power. So we're going to be doing what we love today, and the exercise is basically you have to find something that you really, really love to do, and then once you're in that gamma state of consciousness, do something that you love to do, like at a master level, something you've gotten really good at. I'll explain more later. We're going to be setting intentions from that place. So if we can become a clear channel for spiritual energy and have a very strong mind and concentration ability, focusing ability, so we can focus our intention like a laser point into this reality, our magic is going to be that much stronger. So I want to talk a little bit now about white magic versus dark magic. So magic is the act of creation. It's just the act of bringing spiritual form into the physical and basically manifesting what you want. So a lot of people are using black magic unconsciously right now because they're not really aware of how much power they have within them to create what they want. And they walk around thinking, I'm not good enough, or I can't have that, I won't be able to have that until... You can fill in the blank. We have these limiting beliefs, and they're actually spells that keep us locked in a very limiting reality. So there are other people who have woken up, including you, to their power, and they're going, hey, maybe I can focus my intention, my attention on something that will benefit me and other people. And that's the key here, to focus on white magic that benefits you and all souls. So you don't want to think about feeding your ego with magic. You don't want to go, I want to manifest a car because it's going to make me feel really good. Question, once again, who is me? Who is the I that is wanting? And why do I want this thing? Is it a purely selfish reason, or is it to make you feel good so you can help other people? You have to be selfish at first to fill your own cup, but then ultimately the most noble magic is a magic in alignment with your heart and the creator, and that magic wants to serve others, because all is one. So there are dark magicians, like I said, and basically these people, most of them are using magic unconsciously because they're just unaware of how powerful they are. They're unaware that they are, in fact, divine beings, aspects of God. We're gods and goddesses on this earth now, and we can connect to that part of us, our higher self, at any time, just by calling it in, just by becoming still and aligning with it. We don't need an external person to do it for us. We can do it ourselves. by practicing energy healing through meditation, through simple prayer and intention. So you want to think about the things that you can control: your intention, your attention, your focus, the choices that you make. They're all a part of magic. So the last little bit on dark magic I want to talk about is there are some people who understand magic, who know how to use magic, and they choose to use it in a dark way. So a lot of the leaders of our world obviously are using dark magic. And the movies industry, for example, that's a form of dark magic because they use a lot of symbolism to make people think in a way that's very limiting. Even advertisements, that's a form of magic. They enrapture all your senses, put you out of your ego and kind of put you into the moment, and then they use some symbols to kind of program you. So it is a form of conscious dark magic, and it is a service to self thing. They're not trying to help other people, they're trying to get money, they're trying to feed themselves. So a service to self standpoint is dark magic, and when people are using it in a conscious dark way, that's what you call sorcerers. So we don't want to be sorcerers, we want to be noble magicians, we want to focus on white magic. And even if you do decide to do dark magic, like I've experimented with that in the past, it comes back to you and it does hurt a lot. Sorcerers who believe that they can have some sort of control over things that are out of their control, that are in God's will right now, they're kind of deluding themselves, because eventually they'll realize that, you can't really have power over another person because there really is no other, all is one. So eventually everyone's gonna wake up to this game that we're playing, and it's just so funny to see. So I wanted to talk now about ritual and the power of rituals. So we talked briefly about this and how rituals basically kind of trick the mind by pushing stimuli through all your senses, and basically going like, wow, look at that beautiful thing, I can smell that, or I can taste that. You're forced to be in the moment. It's overwhelming. And this is a technique that we've been doing for thousands of years, shamans have been doing for thousands of years, to transcend the ego, transcend the mind, and enter into a shamanic state of consciousness, enter into altered states so they can really start working with spirit rather than just the ego, right? So rituals are kind of like performances that we do to trick our own mind. And everyone has a different way of performing rituals, performing magic, and depending on where you are from, different spiritual groups will have different ways to perform rituals, spiritual or magical. So you want to do what works best for you, and even if my elements and elemental magic and the directions and stuff that I'm going to share with you don't feel right to you, feel free to use something else. Feel free to look up South American rituals and magic if that works better for you. I'm going to be focusing on Celtic, European magic, and Native American shamanism, which go hand in hand for me because the elements and the directions are the same. So we've been doing this for thousands and thousands of years to enter into altered states where we can work with spirit, like I said. Hollywood is also doing this in a very bad way to kind of corrupt people. So when all your senses are stimulated, you lose the ability to think, and you just merge with the oneness of the Creator. When this happens, you'll usually feel like a tingling all over your body. You will feel energy start to move and shift within your body, especially if you've called upon different spirits to work with you. You will feel it. You will feel it in your body. Now, I'm a very feeling person. I'm a very visual person too, so sometimes you may experience intensive visions or flashes of information. Be sure to keep a notebook with you. That's a really important thing. And I guess that's all I kind of wanted to go over in this video. Next week we're going to be talking about the materials we're going to be using in our ritual magic. And they're going to be very easy things you can find around your house, so don't worry, or in a park or something. And please feel free to share any insights in the group, as always. So your exercise for today, I just wanted to give you a little intro on rituals. We're going to get more into it in the next week. Just some information here about magic, and I want you to really think about why you're doing what you're doing, why you want to manifest. If you're manifesting from your mind it's going to be limiting, and if you're attaching to the outcome, you're not going to get what you want. The universe is going to give you what you need, so if you align with your heart and let go of the outcome, it's gonna surpass what you want, because the mind can't grasp what you need in all moments, right? So make sure you're coming from the heart. And the best way to do that, of course, is to get in the zone, perform some gamma magic. So the exercise for today is do something that you love to do. There's a school by me, sorry about that. Do something that you love to do, that you are very good at, that you do at a master level. So I don't care what it is, it doesn't matter to me. If it's video games, perfect. If you are so good at video games and it's something that you love to do and you do it so well that you are brought into the moment, that's what you're going to do for this gamma magic exercise. So play your video games, get into the zone, have some fun, and when you are in that like peak performance state, when you're just like doing everything perfectly and you feel like so in the moment and so overjoyed, filled with ecstasy, that's when you're going to set an intention for your life. And I'm going to leave this open. It can be about anything that you want to achieve or have. Just make sure you're not coming from ego, you're coming from your heart. And remember that if you could somehow include others in your intentions and serve somehow, or feed yourself so you can serve others, that's the most noble magic. So it doesn't have to be video games, of course. You can draw, you can run, whatever makes you feel in the zone. That's when you're going to perform this gamma magic. So please share your results in the community, and I'm going to be doing this as well. I guess I'm going to be making music and then setting an intention, or painting, or doing something that just really brings me into the moment. So I will see you guys in the group, and I'm really excited to start actually doing the magic with you and showing you guys how to perform spells and things. So that is next week. I just wanted to give you guys a really solid foundation. I love you so much, and see you later. Bye.